This was Dooku, Count of Sereno, a man whose presence commanded respect, whose mastery of the Force was legendary. Yet, beneath that calm, aristocratic exterior, a storm was brewing, a profound disillusionment with the galaxy he was sworn to protect. Dooku was, for decades, a beacon of the Jedi Order. He was Obi-Wan Kenobi's respected master, and before that, Qui-Gon Jinn's. He was known for his wisdom, his formidable skill with a lightsaber, and an idealism that burned brightly in his youth. But as he matured, and as the Republic stumbled deeper into its own corruption, that idealism began to curdle. He saw the Republic, once a beacon of democracy, now a bloated bureaucracy, choked by corporate lobbyists and political maneuvering. He witnessed the suffering of countless worlds, ignored, the cries for justice drowned out by the endless debates of a self-serving Senate. He saw the rich grow richer, the powerful more entrenched, and the vulnerable more exploited. And he saw the Jedi Order, sworn to protect the innocent, seemingly paralyzed. Bound by dogma, constrained by its role within a corrupt system, it appeared to him unable to act decisively against the encroaching darkness. He believed the system itself was the monster, rotting from within, and that traditional methods were simply not enough to save it. His heart, once so pure in its pursuit of justice, began to harden, convinced that a stronger, more ruthless power was the only solution. This conviction, born of a genuine desire to mend a broken galaxy, became the insidious whisper that led him astray. He resigned from the Jedi Order, not out of malice initially, but out of a fierce, misguided belief that he had found a more effective path. He would cut out the rot, no matter the cost. He would impose order, even if it meant becoming the very thing he claimed to despise. This is where the tragedy truly begins. Count Dooku, the idealist, sought to fight monsters, yet he became one. He believed the Republic was tyrannical, so he embraced tyranny. He saw the greed of corporations and the corruption of politicians, and he decided that terror, assassination, and even genocide were acceptable tools to achieve his vision of a just order. He commanded armies not to protect the innocent, but to force the galaxy into submission. He authorized assassinations, believing that removing key figures would streamline the path to his envisioned order. He became complicit in acts that bordered on, and sometimes crossed into, genocide, all under the banner of creating a stronger, more stable future. He sought to fight the monsters of corruption and greed, yet he willingly became a monster himself, using their tactics, amplifying their cruelty. He became a political leader, the public face of the Confederacy of Independent Systems, convincing countless worlds that he was their champion against the Republic's oppression. Yet, behind the scenes, he was a Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Tyranus, a puppet to a master even more insidious than himself, orchestrating a war that would consume the galaxy. The irony is stark and painful. He sought to bring order by sowing chaos, to achieve justice through unspeakable injustice. He rationalized every horrific act, every innocent life lost, as a necessary sacrifice for the greater good he envisioned. His noble intentions curdled into a lust for absolute control, an unshakable belief that only his will could save the galaxy. He spoke of liberating worlds from Republic tyranny, while binding them to his own iron will, a tyranny just as absolute, just as devoid of true freedom. He sought to purge the galaxy of its moral decay, only to plunge it into a devastating war that paved the way for an even greater, more absolute tyranny in the form of the Galactic Empire. In the end, Dooku met his demise, not as a hero who saved the galaxy, but a pawn discarded by his true master, a victim of the very ruthlessness he had come to embody. His vision of a stronger, more orderly galaxy dissolved into ashes, replaced by the very chaos and oppression he had ostensibly fought against. The story of Count Dooku offers a chilling reflection on the nature of justice and power. It reminds us that the desire for a better world, however sincere, can be twisted into something horrific when fueled by the conviction that the ends justify any means. When we believe that only we possess the truth and that any sacrifice is acceptable for our vision of order, we risk becoming the very thing we set out to destroy. The line between fighting monsters and becoming one is perilously thin, often blurred by our own self-righteousness, our certainty that we alone know what is best. His journey serves as a powerful cautionary tale, echoing across the stars and into our own lives. It invites us to constantly examine our motives, our methods, and the true cost of the change we seek. What do you think about Dooku's fall? Did he have a point about the Republic's flaws, even if his methods were reprehensible? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this discussion resonated with you, consider subscribing or following for more deep dives into the stories that shape our understanding of good, evil, and the complex shades in between. Thank you for listening.